Hello and welcome to this Tennis Asia podcast rundown of the 2025 US Open singles draw for the women. I'm joined this time by Leah, otherwise known as Island Tennis Girl, joining us from Metro Manila in the Philippines. I'm in Seoul, and we're basically here to talk mostly about the Asian players in the draw, being Tennis Asia, and in particular, to start off, we've got obviously in the very first section, we've got a player from your country who we certainly will need to talk about. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the actual draw up on the screen here, just Wikipedia, so that we can see that. You can see that there,
Okay.
right? So yeah, you can see that there at the bottom, who has been drawn against the 14th seed Clara Towson is Alex Eala. Now, we talked earlier before about her prospects, Eala, for the hardcourt season. And you said
Right.
like you'd be hoping that she would get, like a few wins and then maybe hope for that first slam draw win at the US Open. But things haven't really gone to plan, have they?
Yeah, they haven't. She had a shoulder injury, right? So she actually only played, I think, one match in Montreal, and then she hasn't played all North American swing. But she has been training. I think she was training in the Rafa Nadal Academy, but
Mm-hmm.
no, not a lot of matches. So yeah, and that's a very tough draw for someone who hasn't had a lot of matches in the last few weeks.
Yeah, so I mean, if hopefully she is fit. I mean, obviously not ideal to come in without that many matches, but hard court is Eala's surface, and that she feels most comfortable on, and where she's had her biggest wins. Um, how do you see this match going against Clara?
Well, I think Clara, of course, we know she's a big hitter. She serves really well and she can punish you from both wings, forehand and backhand, and she can create like all sorts of angles from especially from returns. I think they both have that in common. They are both good returners, but I think Alex moves better than Clara for sure.
Mm-hmm.
So if she can extend the rallies and move Clara, especially side to side, I think she might have, better opportunities and of course she has to. I think this goes for every Alex Ayala match anyway, but she does have to serve well to be able to get a chance. Like if she gets broken early, then that's gonna be hard to get back into the
Mm-hmm.
match. So yeah, I mean, I think she also has a good mindset. I saw an interview of her with the local media, and I think she does have a good mindset going into it. Like she doesn't have that much expectations, knowing her preparation, her health concerns prior. But she did say she was healthy. But of course, it's hard to go into a slam with not a lot of matches under your belt. So, I mean, she's gonna fight as always. So we don't really have to worry about that. It's more of whether the
Mm-hmm.
ball that she has on that day is gonna be enough for to handle or at least like cause some trouble for
Mm-hmm.
Clara.
Yeah, if Clara's in form, she's capable of bullying her opponents, like
Yes.
Eala. So it's obviously she's done really well, having got the semi-finals in Montreal as well, right? I mean, she's coming in, really in sort of peak form, really in her career, Towson. And
Right.
um, another factor though that could come into play is this is going to be on Sunday. It's going to be played on Sunday on Grandstand, which will be
Yes.
open to fans who have a grounds pass. I'm
Is
expecting a
it
lot of.
really?
I believe so. Yeah, when I went to US Open, yeah, that is one of the yeah. Except for like Louis Armstrong and Arthur Ashe, you need to have tickets for that. I think I can't remember a grandstand, but I think you can get in, with the grounds pass. So, so maybe going to be a lot of Filipino fans there backing
For
her,
sure, I'm
creating an
sure.
atmosphere. Do
Yeah.
you think that could maybe tip things a little bit in Eala's favor? Maybe.
I mean, it's definitely gonna give her energy and gonna give her a lot of motivation, but also I don't think it's going to irritate Clara that much. I think she has played in the last couple of tournaments where the crowd wasn't really for her necessarily, and I don't think it really changes the way that she plays. I think it's more for Alex. Like the energy that she will feed off from the crowd and having that extra motivation of not wanting to
Mm.
lose. I think that I mean, who knows? At she can use anything that she can tap for this match. I think it's really like she's the underdog. This is seed 14. That's really tough.
Yeah, she's probably going to maybe. I would say she probably needs Towson to have a dip at some point if she's going to be able to get
Yeah.
into this match, right? And if you've got that crowd on your side, if maybe she can do that. But it's definitely she is an underdog. It's not the ideal draw, but as I said before, is I think Ayala, she when it's like that, it kind of benefits her if it feels like a big occasion. She's
Mhm.
she's played some of her best tennis in those situations, so hopefully for her point of view, she can bring that. So obviously in that section we've got Sabalenka. Let's say Ayala does win that first round match. Things
Right.
get a little bit easier, right?
I mean, it depends actually. I saw some of Claire Liu's qualifying, the final qualifying match, and she's actually pretty playing well. And she also
You're
has
talking
some
about which player?
um Claire, Claire Liu.
Oh,
That's
right.
her potential second round, right? Like
Mm-hmm.
it depends who wins between Christina and her. So yeah, it does get easier for sure. I think even the third round can be winnable
Mm-hmm.
depending on her form and how healthy she is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But of course I don't really wanna look that far since
Yeah,
her first round is so challenging. But yeah, for
yeah.
sure. I mean,
But yeah, no doubt. Can be interesting. I think as I said before, with a good a number of fans there backing Yala, it could be an interesting atmosphere there, and that's always
yeah,
fun to watch in a slam. And yeah, we'll
that's the
see.
kind of atmosphere that Leila Fernandez, you know, harnessed for her 2021 run.
Yeah,
So yeah,
right, right. Yeah, great. And there she is in that section as well.
yes.
Maybe talk about them a little bit later. I want to move down the section to the next section in the draw. And obviously, big name there that I can see is Elena Rybakina, who represents
Mhm.
Kazakhstan, and she is the ninth seed. But you know, it's not been the best year for her, right? But she starts off against the wild card there. Um, how do you see her draw there overall?
Honestly, I think she is the seed that will likely come through this section.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, she had a tough first, I don't know, not half exactly. Yeah, maybe like early parts of the year, but her game has started to come together. Recently, starting from winning, she won a clay tournament before RG, right? Was it Strasbourg or something like that? But starting
Mm-hmm.
from there, her game has started to, you know, have the same brilliance that we know she can play with, right? So, and she just recently beat Sabalenka in Cincinnati. So, I honestly think she gets to the qualies, barring. Yeah, I
You think
don't.
she'll get to the quarterfinals?
Yes.
Yeah, and obviously the other, big seed there is Jasmine Paolini. You
Yeah.
think she'll take out Jasmine in the fourth round?
Probably. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
although Jasmine has been playing really well too, but it actually, yeah, it might be close. I would say, 55% I would go with Rybakina, although
Mm-hmm.
personally I would want Jasmine. But in terms of, my brain, it's telling me it's probably Elena who's gonna go through the QFs. But of course,
Yeah,
Vondrusova could put something together. She does that. Like, she just suddenly comes out of nowhere. And, who knows? A former US Open champion is in that section too, Raducanu. So who knows?
I guess maybe. I mean, an interesting one there is I see the qualifier Valentova in the potential second round, and she is a young,
Mm-hmm.
talented player on the up. So
Yeah.
it'd be interesting to see if she's able to push her back into there. So potential a
That's
little
true.
bit of a
That's true. I mean,
test.
that's true. Like, now that you say all of these, I remember that US Open is actually Rybakina's worst slam in terms of I don't think she's gone past the third round here or something.
Mm-hmm.
Um yeah, but her form though coming into it seems like she has the potential to have a run.
Yeah, I mean, there's no doubt she still is very talented and got serious weapons there. So she's going to have a chance for sure of a good run. And yes, it has been coming together for her. Also in that section, though, we have the qualifier there, Ena Shibahara, who has actually
Mhm.
qualified for the second year running.
Okay.
It's her second time in a slam. But she, was primarily a doubles player. Last year,
Yeah.
she focused on singles, eventually got into US Open, and she's backed it up and done it again this year. And she did actually come through, which on paper you would say is very tough, but she came through against Grasheva, right?
Yeah. Yes.
And also very comfortably, seemingly, and
Yeah.
according to the court scoreline. I didn't see the match, but it was a bagel in there, right?
Yes. I think 6-4, 6-love. Something like that.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, you can't always look at form and predict and say,
Right. Yeah,
well,
yeah, yeah.
they're
I
going to
mean,
do this.
for sure.
Yeah.
Actually haven't seen her play a lot. I think I have seen her play like maybe once last year, but
Mhm.
not in the um
Yeah.
recent months. But Gracheva is a very good player, so beating her 6-4, 6-love is quite something. I think.
Yeah. Shibahara, I mean, she's obviously, as a doubles player, she's good in the forecourt as well, but she's decent forehand and good competitive spirit, and she's plays a fairly sort of attacking game, aggressive game. But yeah, I mean, I think it's going to be difficult for her against Raducanu, who seems to be playing very consistently these days. She's playing closer to sort of a top 30, top 20 level, right? So
Yeah.
um, yeah, so probably from my point of view, I think it's going to be difficult to get a win here for
Yeah. Yeah.
Shibahara.
Yeah. I think so too. I think I see this being a win for Emma
Mm-hmm.
for the first round.
Yeah, it's going to be
They're
tough to.
first, right? Like they're first on Louis Armstrong tomorrow.
Right,
I
yeah,
think that's the schedule.
that's right. Yeah, the very first match on Louis Armstrong on the Sunday. So that will be on at around 11 a.m. start there in New York.
Yeah.
Midnight here in Seoul. I guess it's 11. It'd be 11 p.m. at night on
Right.
this. Yeah, for you. But
11.
but
But
another
but
qualifier.
yeah.
Sorry.
Oh, sorry. I was gonna say, since Alex is also playing on Sunday, right?
Mm,
It's actually pretty perfect for Filipinos because it's a holiday on Monday. So if
Oh,
people stay up late watching her, there are not going to be a lot of consequences, at least in terms of
oh,
work. So it's
that's
kind of perfect. Yeah.
oh, that's interesting to know. Um, yeah, well, another Asian player that just qualified that's made, you know, turned a lot of heads with her results is Janice Chen from
Yes.
Indonesia. I mean, what an incredible qualification for her.
Crazy.
Not a set dropped. And just obviously, I mean, I've talked about her a lot recently. She started after graduating US college, no ranking in June last year, and then just obviously won so many matches until now on the ITFs that she's managed to get up into
Yeah.
US Open qualies. And now, having qualified, it's just pretty remarkable to do that. Having
It's her
watched her as
first
well,
try. Is it her first try
yeah,
to
first attempt,
qualify?
yeah.
Wow.
So just
Crazy.
yeah,
Crazy.
just amazing. I mean, yeah, it's having watched her as well. I mean, she's very obviously she took out Io Ito, which was I mean a lot of people were hoping she would win, but um, she was just too good, right? Janice, and very good forehand. She's a good mover, a good athlete, and she seems to
Yes.
just be playing with the confidence of someone that's won so many matches. She's playing executing well in the big moments. I know that in that second qualifying match, she actually came back from 3-5 down in that, that her
Mm.
opponent was serving for the match. Serving for the set, and she came back and won that 7-5, won the next set
Yes, I
7-5 as well.
remember. Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, it's now she goes into the match against Kudermetova, 24th seed. She'll be an underdog, but I don't think, I mean, out of all the qualifiers, that's probably one that you don't want to draw, right?
Yeah, right. Like, I mean, when I saw her play for the first, this is the first time I've seen her play. During the qualifying rounds, and I was like, nobody wants to meet her. I'm sure in the first round, especially the way that she was serving.
Serve.
Like her serve can erase break points. Like, although I think it's worth noting that she, I'm not sure if she has met taller players
Hmm.
during the qualifying rounds. They're like mostly more or less around her height, or maybe just 3-4 inches
Hmm.
thereabouts. So maybe as she, if she does progress further and meets someone a bit taller, I don't know if that changes how they would return against her. But I
Hmm.
mean, from what I've seen, she definitely has weapons. She moves really well, like you said, and she competes really well. So I think it's also that college playing experience where most of the people who played college tennis, right, their competitiveness is just so
Yeah. It's the
solid. Yeah.
environment, the coaching, the team environment, and just
Yeah.
sort of it seems to be working well for a lot of players. Dermatova, though, obviously decent player. Interesting though, looking at her record because in US Open she's actually she got to the fourth round once 3 years
Mm-hmm.
ago, but every time other than that she's lost in the first round.
Interesting.
So yeah, I don't know if that's going to be a bad omen for Kudermetova, but yeah, maybe Chen has a good chance here too. I
I think she
think.
does. Yes, I think she does. And if she does get to the second round, and let's say Raducanu wins this her first round, that's gonna be a really fun second round.
Yeah, Chen against Raducanu, absolutely. I think that could be definitely a test for Raducanu more than Shibahara, and yeah, that's yeah. I'm not happy really if I'm gonna have to play Janice in her form like that right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think unless you're a player like maybe like a Rybakina or someone with a lot of uh, that can overwhelm you, it's going to be difficult. But she let's not Chen as well. She as I say she moves well. and that forehand is she seems really confident with it. So
Yeah.
and yeah, as
But
you
I
said, like
mean her backhand is a bit,
yeah,
you can open up the court and then
because she's
uh
always slicing that.
yeah, she's also like, and also running a lot around to hit her
Mm.
forehand. So I think if someone hits quicker or reacts faster and is able to get on top of the point, that exposes her a little bit. So yeah.
Yeah. So I think for Janice, good chance maybe to cause the upset first round. Be difficult against Raducanu, but it's going to be exciting if she does get through that. Now, I think we'll need to move down the draw a little bit. Moving on, in this section, main seeds Pegula, Bencic. Asian players have got Yuan Wei, and actually we've got the qualifier as well. Zhang Shuai, she came through qualies.
Yes,
Um,
I saw. Yeah.
yeah,
Really
but
cool.
yeah, I mean, she has played well, very well actually this year when she has played singles, but obviously slipped down the rankings and had to qualify. But she did come through. I kind of expected that she would do.
Yeah.
But having to draw Bencic, that's pretty tough
Yes.
first off, right?
Yes, especially since we know Bencic does well at the US Open. This is
Mm.
like one of her, hunting grounds, I would say. So,
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
although she didn't have a lot of matches, I think, leading up
Right.
as well. So, yeah, but that's a tough draw.
Yeah, you would imagine that she's going to have the weapons to be able to
Mm.
dominate. I think for Shang, maybe if she was a bit younger, should have in her more
Yeah,
peak days, she maybe have more of a chance. But yeah, I mean, we'll see. Like, it's great that she's still there competing. 36 now,
right.
I believe. So I'm not really seeing much chance of a. Well, what do you think though? Actually, with Yuan Wei and Samsonova, do you see any chance of an upset there?
I mean, Yan Yue is a good player. I
Mm-hmm.
remember watching her in Seoul actually last year.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like she has a good forehand. She moves well. She can serve well. But
Mm-hmm.
Samsonova is also a tough draw for a first round. Samsonova is, she is a bit of a very unpredictable. Like you don't know what
Mm-hmm.
kind of form she's gonna be in slams and actually in general in most tournaments, although she did go a bit far in, is it in Monterrey, I think. She was beaten by Alicia Parks the
Right.
last, yeah. So I mean, that's tough. I think
Yeah.
she can make it into, maybe I would say the first set is crucial. Like if she gets the first set,
Mm.
then maybe she has a chance for the upset. But if Samsonova wins the first set, I think it's gonna be tough.
Yeah. Yeah. Maybe somewhat decent chance for Yuan, but probably Shang isn't going to
Yeah.
cause the upset. If we move down, we have another section with quite a lot of Asian players. Anything that stands out there for you,
Oh, I
other
didn't
than
know that Julin is in a PER. Right? Didn't know
mm,
that. I mean, she's a good player, but she hasn't really played much, I think.
yeah,
Um,
sort of injury, right?
yeah, I would say actually all three of the the Chinese players here are
Mm-hmm.
pretty good players. It's just that maybe it's a tough section
Yeah.
of the draw
What?
for them.
What?
Like, Yafan Wang drawing the Emma Navarro. That's kind of hard.
Yeah, she's also coming. Using the PR coming back from injury. I think she had a few
Yeah.
wins I saw coming into this, but yeah, drawing Navarro in the US very hard. I think to
Yeah.
expect much there, and then yeah, obviously Ostapenko against Wang Xinyu, but the Wang did come through qualies, and obviously she has
Yes.
been much higher ranked, 49. Maybe against Ostapenko, she has a chance to cause some trouble, right?
I mean, Yes, consider we don't really know Ostapenko's. Ostapenko's one of them. Like
Mm-hmm.
she can beat anyone on her day, but you also don't know if she's going to be playing well on that day, right? So,
Yeah.
but I would still go with, of course, with Ostapenko. I think the one that might have a chance to win their first round might be Uchijima,
Oh yeah.
because I mean Danilovic isn't. She competes really well, but I think she is a bit beatable on hard courts versus if you met her on clay, for example. Like, yeah, that's probably
Yeah.
no chance. But on a hard court, I think it's possible. Possible.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, Uchijima though, I think she's not had much
She's
to
oh,
any
that's
good results recently, so
yeah, that's true.
it would be surprising. Yeah, she's oh my goodness, she's actually lost a lot of matches. Kind of, she went off
Really,
my radar a little bit. Yeah, I just see now she's lost like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh my
really,
goodness,
I
nine.
know that too. I
Yeah,
just
a
saw
lot
that
of losses.
she practiced with Emma Raducan
All
like
right.
yesterday or something like
Okay.
that.
Yeah, I mean, she had a great year last year, and
Or
obviously
was that
even as
Alex?
recent.
Sorry, it's Alex. She practiced with Alex.
Oh, it's Alex. Sorry, sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Sorry.
okay. Yeah, Uchijima. I mean, she got to the quarters in Madrid this year, and pretty much since
Right.
then she's really struggled. And yeah, very
Right.
much a string of consecutive losses. Wow.
Right.
I mean, that's why she kind of went off our radar a bit because she just wasn't getting deep anywhere. And
That's true.
yeah, it's but yeah, but I mean, obviously, I
I
mean
take it
that's
back now. Olga's probably gonna win.
yeah, yeah. Certainly, I think that's a reasonable prediction. But I mean, obviously, I think Uchijima's in a bad. Uh, it can happen to players when they just get in a string of losses and maybe they're down
Mm.
mentally. It's a bit tough out there. But yeah, I mean, certainly she's capable of better results. But yeah, you never know though, because like sometimes a slam is when a player suddenly turns it around. So we'll have to see. Krejcikova against Mboko, probably the standout
Yes.
match of the first round there.
I'm
Not Asian
hopefully
players, but yeah.
Barbara is fit because she had a foot injury, right, recently.
Oh yeah, right.
But
Yeah,
yes,
it's
definitely the marquee match in this section,
okay.
as
We'll
well
need to
as
move.
Alicia Parks and Mira Andreeva.
This section has no Asian player. I will come through now. This
Mhm.
section has Naomi Osaka, who of course is fresh off a runner-up, um, finishing
At
runner-up in
Montreal.
Montreal, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, she's coming in good form, as highly ranked as she's been for a long time now, 23rd seed. So that was the big thing for Montreal, is that she was able to get that seeding. Opens against Minin, not too bad, right?
Right. Yeah. I mean, she has had horrible draws
Mm-hmm.
in slams like all year, and obviously she's seeded. So this has been her best draw, I think. I mean, in terms of the opportunity for her all year. I'm aside from, of course, this is also Coco Golf section, but she hasn't been playing that well recently, and her serve is an issue right now. So I think
Mm-hmm.
that's an opportunity for Naomi to come out of this section. I think that's a real possibility for her
Yeah,
here.
and I think you're right. I mean, Kasakinas, I think that's a pretty good one out of the seeds to have drawn in that section. And then, yeah, it's probably going to come down as can she get through and to the fourth round, and probably she'll be up against Coco, but that would be an interesting match, right? I think currently with the way Naomi is playing, she did great in Montreal. The final didn't go quite as she would have liked, right? But I mean, she definitely had sort of a breakdown there. But I think some of the tennis that I've seen her playing has been exceptional. So yeah, it's going to be interesting to see if she can carry that on. Obviously, US Open, big memories
Yes.
for her here, and yeah, it's this is the time. It's like, is she going to be able to sort of back it up, if you like? And I mean, I
Mm-hmm.
think if she does play against Goko in that fourth round match, then it will be very. I mean, so many people are going to be watching that, I think. So, yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how that pans out. Do you think you give her a chance of going further than the fourth round and maybe making the quarters or going further, or what do you think?
I mean, I think so. I mean, she is definitely, I would say, the second pick. It's between her and Coco Golf, although there are players here in the bottom side that can give her, I think, some trouble. Like if Vekic is the one who ends up meeting her in the
Oh
fourth
yeah.
round, I think that's a toss up. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and it depends. Like if she meets someone who is more solid than her, because I think the way Naomi is beaten a lot of these days is by forcing her to make a lot of errors. So if she meets someone who is very solid from the baseline, like maybe Freck actually is pretty solid baseliner and she rarely makes mistakes. And it just, that's something that that troubles Naomi, at least in the recent months. I would say that's normally how her losses have gone.
Mm-hmm.
But in general, I would say that she should at least reach the fourth round here.
Yeah. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, I'd agree with that. I mean, yeah, she hasn't maybe as good as the play has been recently, and that certainly bodes well. Yeah, she's not got to the point where I'm very confident, that she's going to get through all the matches, but I'm pretty
Yes.
confident.
Yeah.
But it's yeah, and if she does get through, I mean, I think the section's not too bad here for at least until fourth round. So yeah, it's fairly hopeful for her this time. Um, let's
Definitely
move
her
on.
best draw for the whole year, I would say, in terms of the
Yeah,
slams.
well, it helps getting seeded, right?
Yes.
Definitely helps. Okay, so moving down, there's no Asian players there, but we've got in the final section, we do have a couple. So we got Wang Xinyu,
Mhm.
who is, just off. She was just playing in, was it Cleveland?
Cleveland, yeah. She
Yeah, she
was
got
in
to
Cleveland.
semifinals. Yeah,
Yes.
right.
I
Yeah,
think she was beaten by Anne Lee.
right.
I think, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm always rooting for Shinyu, but and Dolahide is a winnable match for her.
Mhm.
So
But
hopefully,
Alexandrova and potentially in the
yeah.
second round is the real tough one.
But the thing is, Alexandrova is still playing in. Is it
Mm,
Monterrey or?
right.
I mean, I think that's gonna be hard on her. The turnaround. So there's definitely opportunity there for Shinyu
Yeah,
to,
that's right. So it was a suspended match, right? So there was
because it's been
semi-final.
raining or like
Yeah, she
something
should
like that. Yeah.
potentially still has to play semi and another final, and it's already Saturday now, right? So
Yeah.
um, yeah, wow. So um, yeah, that's certainly going to maybe help out Xinyu if she does get through. So yeah, but
Right.
that's the things that players have to deal with. It's kind of
Yeah.
mad sometimes when I think about it. The tournament's so close to the slams, but yeah, I mean Monterey's pretty far from New York, and
Mm.
yeah, it's not ideal. But yeah, Wang, I mean, she's had a pretty good year in general. So yeah, maybe she has a chance here to, if Alexandrova isn't feeling like, fully fresh, then maybe she can get past. And the other section, so the other seed there in that section is Diana Schneider, though. It's
Yes,
always
that's
tough
tough.
competitor.
Although Diana is also playing a final, I think,
Oh, right.
in
Yeah.
Cleveland. Is that right? Or
Yeah.
is it
So,
Cleveland? Or I keep forgetting because there are two of them playing. But yeah, she's in the final against Kirstea.
yeah. Actually, she's in the final against, she's in Monterey,
Oh,
but
she's in Monterey. Sorry, I'm
she made it
confused.
through. So, yeah, just waiting for Alexandrova to finish her match and
Oh,
then play.
okay. Oh, ew, that's tough too. That's a tough turnaround too. But
Yeah, so
Alexandrova suffers since she has to potentially play
so
two
maybe
matches.
Wang's the biggest beneficiary here. She's gonna just be waiting for them. They might come in tired, and yeah, you'll see.
I
So
mean, who knows, right? Like, also, Sevastova has been playing well too. So that's
yeah,
actually a tough first round for
she's also using the PR.
Ekaterina. So, it. But I think there's definitely opportunity for Shinyu to reach at least the third round. And then who knows what happens of course this is Iga's section, so we
Mm-hmm.
expect her to come out of this section, but at least a third round showing is going to be great for her.
Putin Savas there as well, so represents Kazakhstan.
Mm.
I'm not sure about her chances here. I mean, she plays Cochereto. I mean, I don't. For me, that's a
Mm.
sort of, I don't know. I could see that going either way, to be honest. But
Yes, I was gonna say either way,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, and then probably Kalinskaya in the second round. Although
That's
there's a
tough.
wild card here, yeah, yeah, it's going to be tough.
It's
And even if they do get through, it's probably Iga that is going to stop any of them in the third round.
right.
Um, okay, so we've gone through the draw. I want to talk more generally about what your thoughts on how you think this is going to go, this US Open. I mean, I think Sabalenka, just quickly run through some of the big players. Obviously, Sabalenka's there at the top. She's got, Layla and Towson in her section, which is fairly tricky, I would say.
I think she has a tough draw,
Mhm.
actually. Yeah.
Yeah, she does, I think, for being seeded number one. And then obviously further down, Rybakina, Paulini as well. But, Rybakina is, probably the biggest danger there, right? And then, so yeah, maybe Sabalenka has a tougher draw than does Iga, right? Um,
Yeah, I would say that is the consensus.
yeah, and
Yeah.
and and what about, like, your overall thoughts about who do you think is going to win the tournament? Among the women.
I mean, that's hard, but in the last 2 years, though, whoever has won Cincinnati has won the U.S. Open. So that goes to maybe say Iga is the one. I would say she is the player to beat at the U.S. Open. Whether she would win it is a different thing, but in terms of
Yeah,
form, confidence, draw, she everything is there for her to take the US Open again. I would say, but there are also lots of opportunities for other players, like we said, Naomi has a pretty good draw, and if she puts it
hmm
together, she's won here 2 times.
right.
She can beat anyone if she's playing really well. And I think also Madison Keys has a pretty good draw, more or less. So she could also come out of her section and
Here's Madison.
maybe, yeah, I'd say that's a pretty good draw for her. Um,
Yeah, yeah. That
so
section's not bad. Mukova, though, I mean, it's, well, you never know.
yeah, I mean, yes, she has been a semi-finalist, I think, semi-finalist
Hmm.
here. So yeah, I mean, there are lots of opportunities for the others to make it out to the QF round, and then um who
I mean, the
knows once
quarters.
you're there, like to the quarterfinal, and then who knows once you're there, right? Like
Yeah.
that's always tough anyway. So
Yeah,
yeah,
I mean, I think it's hard not to back Iga. Yeah, the way she's obviously played recently, um, you know, winning Wimbledon, winning Cincy, and now, yeah, I just think she is definitely the player to beat. Good draw. It's really hard not to back her. I think it's interesting though because, like you said, I mean, if Saka is does actually find carry on good form and goes far here, maybe that even though she's been out of that sort of top level of the game for a while, maybe Osaka is someone that actually could trouble Iga if they were to play, because they would play. When would it be if they were to play? It would be like semis, is it? Yeah. So I
yeah,
think semi-finals. I mean, that's a long way off. Of course,
right.
Coco as well. Coco as well. I mean, you'd have
Yeah,
to,
I mean we can't write Coco off, but I
but I
mean
mean,
a lot of question marks about her form. I think
she's
is the
working with the new
only
coach.
yeah,
Is working on her serve. Um, so the same guy that worked with Irina Sabalenka.
right,
So we'll see if that is going to help her out. She might
yeah.
need it in this long tournament. And yeah, I mean, it's so who do you think's going to be the final? I mean, obviously we've got talent there as well, and Victoria Mboko, who won in Montreal. Still 18, but it's no doubt her talent. Mira Andreeva's there in the top section. Um,
She's
Jessica
coming
Pegula's
off an injury too, though. Andreeva, like she
right.
hasn't played much, but yeah.
Yeah, and Jessica's maybe not in the form that she would like to be. So,
Mm.
who do you expect will be in the final then?
I mean, hard to go against one and two right now, right? So, they are the tour leaders in every way, I think. So, uh,
You seem to be pretty high on Rybakina though when I talked to you about her earlier.
yes, yes, but I think that if she meets Sabalenka, and Sabalenka recently had a loss to her, she would be extra motivated. Um, I would say. I mean, they're gonna meet in is that probably quarters?
Yeah, they would meet in quarters. Yeah,
Yeah. Okay, quarters is tricky because
a bit more pressure there than Sabalenka.
yeah. I mean, I would say even though Sabalenka's not in the best form that she is, but she always finds a way
Hmm.
to win and like get to where she wants to be, I think. And I
Yeah,
feel like she is definitely very motivated for this slam because it's the last slam of the year, and if she doesn't win this, she's slamless for 2025, and I think she does not want that to happen. Definitely.
yeah. I mean, I think with Sabalenka, okay, she has like some of those names in her section, obviously Rybakina, and then maybe Towson as well. But I think like first few rounds, she, I don't, I think she should be able to get through Fernandez and those first few rounds. I think she's going to build up momentum. So I agree that she probably gets through. I do think Rybakina is the main stumbling block.
Yeah.
But when I think about it, I'm not sure it even matters because I think Iga is is the one that's going to make it to the final, and she's
Right.
probably going to take the title. So that's the way I'm looking at it, and
Okay.
yeah,
So who do you
yeah,
think is the on the top half,
top half.
who the
Oh,
finalist? Sorry, since we're pretty sure that the bottom half might be Iga. So
uh, yeah, I just think there's a possibility that, um, like you said, Rebecca might do well here. So I think if she does get to the quarterfinal, I think she's got a great chance then of actually just going all the way. Um,
Hmm.
so But yeah, maybe I'm going to push, push Rybakina a bit. So maybe Rybakina
Okay, I
against,
mean,
yeah.
yeah, who knows? Although now that I saw the section again, and we did say like if they meet in the fourth round, it's Rybakina versus Paulini.
Okay.
But also I just realized that this is the first slam where there's really not a lot of pressure on Jasmine
Mm,
because she had a lot of pressure for the
yeah.
French and then Wimbledon as being the previous finalist, right? So
Hmm.
she might have a run just because she's feeling freer. I mean,
Hmm.
who knows? That's
Yeah.
also
And yeah, maybe we're overlooking her a little bit because obviously
yeah.
final in Cincy, that was a great run. And yeah,
Yeah.
like she'd had maybe, a few results that hadn't been going her way. But now, yeah, that's obviously great for her to get that sort of, she'll be feeling confident again. And I think looking at that draw, at least the first few rounds, right? I think she should be able to get through. And
Yeah.
as I say, I think, yeah, it's going to be interesting if she does face Rybakina in that fourth round. Yeah, I definitely think that's because they're in a way they're both kind of with something to prove. I think, and yeah, so I think yeah, basically we haven't said anything too controversial there. We're just probably Iga's going to take it, and if we're going to talk about an Asian player, probably the best chance of an Asian player to actually win the title.
It's probably
Maybe it's
Naomi, right?
you think Naomi? Yeah. Well, I suppose it's like it's
Or
a funny,
like Naomi or Rebecca.
right?
Either
Yeah.
like, either either
Yeah,
way.
it's funny because I think Naomi's got the enough firepower that she's one of the few players that actually could trouble Iga. Um,
Right.
and with
Right.
her serve as well, if she's serving really well, then she's going to have chances. So yeah, it's
Mm,
pretty interesting, I think. But it's a big if Osaka can actually get that far to actually face Iga because it will be a
right.
bit later on. But yeah, it's going to be interesting to see all this, and I hope some of those players we're not sure about, actually do perform well because it's
Yeah.
going to make the tournament more interesting.
It's just weird not having Chin win around for a slam, especially the
Yeah,
US Open.
yeah, that's true.
Um, a hard court slam, I mean. Yeah.
She made last year quarters, wasn't it? Yeah,
I think so. And she's
yeah,
always beaten by Sabalenka in in the later round. So
yeah. Anyway, thanks so much, Leah. I think that pretty much, yeah, that we've rounded off that draw. Pleasure to have you go through this women's draw with us, and I'm looking forward to a good tournament. Hopefully, during the tournament, we'll be trying to do some live streams as well. I don't know if you're going to be free, but maybe be good if you could join us for that. But thanks for joining me, and hope to see you soon.
yeah, see you. Have a fun US Open watching.
Cheers.